they paralyzed. You know what you speak is gold when they always undermine. You know when love was in the air, I wasn't trying to be the pilot, cause it lands on broken hearts. Baby, that's the only airport. This is life, this is purpose. I was fathering you rappers before I married the game. Y'all are babies out of wedlock. Ooh, who's that?
All right, fellas. So we are back again with another video, and like I promised, this is a reaction of Lyrical Joe's song. So today we are going to react to Lyrical Joe, and we are reacting to a song of him called 5th August 5. 5th August 5. So Lyrical Joe's birthday is on the 5th of August. And so every 5th of August, he comes up with something like a birthday present, a rap song for his fans. So he raps and he makes a song called the 5th August. So he has a series of them. He's currently on the 6th one now, but this one is the 5th of August. Yes, this is the 5th of August 5. This is the 5th of August 5. We are going to react to it. Like I said, it's a birthday thing. It's something that he does anytime it's his birthday. And he has a couple of things to it that he has the barcode and others. Maybe as time goes on, we'll probably react on some of these things. But so we are doing the 5th August 5 from Lyrical Joe. So yes, let's start. And the one who played the lead guitar for this production. I salute. Man, anytime I hear this song, the just the intro, the guitar, the lead guitarist, I mean, was awesome on that song. I mean, what he did was massive. Just listen to him again.
Hell of a king, I stole the devil's throne. The gods must be crazy giving meats to Mr.
Okay. Now, yeah, this is a breakdown video. If I didn't say, this is a breakdown video. He says that hell of a king, I stole the devil's throne. Now, you know that the devil is known to be the king of hell or the ruler of hell. And he, Lyrical Joe, is saying that he is hell of a king. So if you are hell of a king, and we know that hell is the devil's kingdom or the devil's kind of playground, and he's the ruler of that place. So if you are hell of a king, it means that you definitely stole the devil's throne. So that's what he's saying. It says, hell of a king, I stole the devil's throne. We've started, that's the word play. We've started, and that's how it goes.
Bones, I swear there's nothing. Hell of a king, I stole the devil's throne. The gods must be crazy giving meats to Mr. Bones.
The gods must be crazy giving meat to Mr. Bones. Okay, so the gods must be crazy is actually a book. A book that it's actually a drama book. So there's actually a drama play on that book itself. So we have the movie or the drama of that book. The gods must be crazy. So if you go to YouTube, you just type the gods must be crazy drama. You see it there. And then Mr. Bones is actually a South African comic movie. So we watched that movie when we were kids. I don't even know how Lyrical Joe is actually young, by the way. He's in his mid-20s or so. Yes, so he's very young. So to have that information, again, these are movies and books. So, but then the Mr. Bones is a movie, a comic movie, and then the ghosts are not the ghosts must be crazy too. It's also a drama. So yes, knowing that and using it The gods must be crazy, giving meat to Mr. Bones. To have that knowledge itself, that's what intrigues me. How he knows certain things and how he puts them together.
Hell of a king, I stole the devil's throne. The gods must be crazy, giving mix to Mr. Bones. I swear there's nothing but empty room spaces, cause we listen to your songs and there's none to carry.
And if you're a Lyrical Republic and you are watching this video, I just want to make something clear before we continue. I'm not reacting to everything Lyrical Joe says here because Lyrical Joe is going to say a lot of things that is going to fly over my head. I have watched this reaction actually on other channels so many times, and there were some things that I thought they could have reacted to which flew over their heads. So I'm basically coming to capture some of the things that I kind of saw or got out of watching the reactions that I thought the reactors didn't get missed. So I'm just coming to catch those ones. But then the obvious ones, the ones that we've all listened to and we all know, I'll probably skip them. And then a few ones that I know that are obvious, but I also like them, I'll probably have touch on them too. So that's how the reaction is going to be. Just catching the ones that I think other reactors should have, be able to catch that I didn't catch. And then probably hitting on a few ones as well. So yes.
Oh, my guys committing crime, but they believe in me. The gods must be crazy, giving mix to Mr. Bones. I swear there's nothing but empty room spaces, cause we listen to your songs and there's none to carry home. My guys committing crime, but they believe in me like Jesus Christ. So even if they cross me, I'ma take them all to paradise. People talk the talk, but when it's time to walk, they paralyze. You know what you speak is gold when they always undermine.
Now this one too. You know what to spit is gold when they always undermine. So this one, many of them have actually gotten it. So yes, gold is mined underground, right? And there's a saying that when you say something and people don't regard it, means what you are saying is gold, is good, is great. So you know what you spit is gold when they always undermine. Undermine means that looking down on somebody, right? So he used it as, so this is a double entendre. So thinking of you mining gold underground or you undermining somebody's thing or something.
They believe in me like Jesus Christ. So even if they cross me, I'ma take them all to paradise. People talk the talk, but when it's time to walk, they paralyze. You know what you speak is gold when they always undermine. You know when love was in the air, I wasn't trying to be the pilot, cause it lands on broken hearts. Baby, that's the only air.
He says, when love was in the air, I wasn't trying to be the pilot because love always lands on broken hearts. That's the only airport. Who says that? No. Who sits down to write these lyrics? When love was in the air, I wasn't trying to be a pilot because it only lands on broken hearts. That's the only airport. See, it goes out to all those lovers there. If you are in love, just know that there's an airport that this thing would land one day. Broken hearts. Let's continue.
When it's time to walk, they paralyze. You know what you speak is gold when they always undermine. You know when love was in the air, I wasn't trying to be the pilot, cause it lands on broken hearts. Baby, that's the only airport. This is life, this is purpose. I was fathering you rappers before I married the game. Y'all are babies out of wedlock. Ooh, who's that? When I move hard. Rolling stone like the angels that woke Jesus up. Lawyers, listen, here's the deal. Every verse is a will, cause I own every song I own. Share this when my time is up. And everybody wanna stream, but they don't want no deep flows. No mercy on these waves, and that's how the sea rose. See a deal, every verse is a will, cause I own every song I own. Share this when my time is up. And everybody wanna stream, but they don't want no deep flows. No mercy on these waves, and that's how the sea rose.
No mercy on these waves, and that's how the sea rose. Please, I know I've skipped a lot of parts. Like I said, I watched this reaction so many times, and so I kind of know the bars, and I'm not trying to catch all the bars. Like I said, I'm trying to catch the ones that I think other people forgot to catch, other reactors didn't catch. So that's what I'm doing. It says, no mercy on this. Hey, let me take that.
Here's the deal, every verse is a will, cause I own every song I own. Share this when my time is up. And everybody wanna stream, but they don't want no deep flows. No mercy on these waves, and that's how the sea rose.
No mercy on these waves, and that's how the sea rose. So people were actually thinking of the waves, the sea waves, and how the sea rose. But there was another understanding, another to it. It's a double layered thing. See Ronaldo, see Messi. No Messi on this face. And that's how the see Ronaldo. So that's another one too that people didn't catch. I think there was only one reaction, some two ladies' reactions that I watched who got it. So yes, that's another one.
See, I'm screaming free the youth because we successful. The popo wanna tame us with gun on the hip, oh. And since I said make you line up African rappers for me, the ones with vocabulary still don't have nothing on me. And God knows nothing changed since Garden of Eden. We're still going for Apple, though this life is window shop.
Yes, this place too, I felt that many reactors didn't get it set. And even though this life is window shopping, we're still going for apples. Now, let's come to computer and stuff. You know, most of the computers you buy, their operating systems are is as window. Most of them is window. Even with the phones, okay, phones we have Windows and we have Android. But then when it comes to computer, mostly is Windows. But then people are what shopping for Apple, which is what Apple product, Apple product. So even though it has other meaning, people usually forget that this also is another meaning to it. Just because when you talk of computer and other things, we are talking about Microsoft, Windows. But then lately, because of iPhones and other things, iPhones, people are buying Apple product. People are doing Apple product. But this life is a window shopping. Yes.
It was cool, but I rappers for me. The ones with vocabulary still don't have nothing on me. And God knows nothing changed since Garden of Eden. We're still going for Apple, though this life is window shopping. It was cool, but I chose the music without delay. Putting all my goals in one basket. This is NBA.
Okay, and so this part too, many people didn't get it. It says it was cool, but then I chose the music without delay, putting all my eggs in one basket. This is NBA. Now, Lyrical Joe, after dropping out of school, now I watched an interview of him and then he says that he said even when he was in school, he used to rap and write rap songs or lyrics for his brothers or people to use. And so when he dropped out of school, he realized that he had the talent already, and there was not much he could do. So he had to focus all his attention on rap. That was his best qualities then. And so when he says that he chose the music without delay, it means that he didn't even think twice. He just realized that, well, okay, if I've been writing music for my brother and other people when I was in school, I mean, obviously, I can do this thing. So he put all his music, and just so you know, he's actually been on X Factor in Nigeria. I think in the age of 13 or something. I don't know. He was young.
Nothing changed since Garden of Eden. We're still going for Apple, though this life is window shopping. It was cool, but I chose the music without delay. Putting all my goals in one basket. This is NBA. Samurai the bar. Tell me what your sense say. It's my B day. I call it my let me be.
Samurai the bar. Tell me what your sensei. So samurai is usually a swordsman, and sensei is the master of the swordsman. And you know, we use the swords to cut and break down things, right? It says samurai the bar, cut the bar, break down the bar. Tell me what your sensei. Tell me what your sensei, and then tell me what your master say. Your master, who is the master of the samurai. You get that?
Yeah, 2MG, I'm signed to a black label, baby. But Johnny, I'm a walker because I know what the Baileys. And tell Jigga we working until we see rock. That's a cocktail. Wait a minute, let me add a Henny. People running out of breath as they chase clouds. Me, I'm making room around this waves like a bitch house. It's only originals. This is Nick Clouds, but even if
It's only originals. This is Niklaus. Many people did not get this bar. It's only originals. This is Niklaus. There's a movie called Vampire Diaries. Now, as the movie kept going, they made prequels after prequel, and then they came up. Another series came out of Vampire Diaries called The Originals. Now, Vampire Diaries is a movie that is based on vampires. But then the series got to a point where they had to actually tell the story of how the first vampires were made. So the first vampires were called the original vampires. They were more smarter, faster. They were everything better than any vampire. So now, when you watch the series Vampire Diaries, Ordinary vampires, they can how do they is it compel people? They can make you do things. They can look into your eyes and then compel you to go and do things, kill somebody or do something that you would normally not do. But when they look into your eyes and they compel you, you can't resist it. So these vampires do it to humans. But then the original vampires are so strong that they're able to compel other vampires. They are much stronger. They are everything better than them because they are the originals. And then the first original is called Niklaus. Niklaus. And he was the feared original among all in the series. So he says this is original. This is Niklaus. Wait, let's go back and listen to that.
Let me out of honey. People running out of breath as they chase clouds. Me, I'm making room around this waves like a bitch house. It's only originals. This is Nick Clouds, but even
says it's only originals. This is Nick Klaus. Nick Klaus is the first originals. They're the master of the originals. The faster, the strongest of the originals. And so when he said that, many people didn't get it because you actually have to watch the movie originals to actually know what he's talking about, who Niklaus is. And anybody who is an original fan or who has watched the movie originals, when they say Niklaus, you understand. He has that power, like he was the one. He was the feared one. He was the villain, like the killer. He would just mess you up. You you can be 1,000 vampires coming against him. He will mess all of you up. Yes. So to actually use that in this song, that was great.
if I wear fake, I have a real lifestyle to date my heart for the breath. As the chase clouds, me, I'm making room around this waves like a bitch house. It's only originals. This is Nick Clouds, but even if I wear fake, I have a real lifestyle.
And even if I wear fake, oh, I started music. I think I'm gonna go for it. Go. No, too much.
Real lifestyle.
Okay. He says, even if I wear fake, I have a real lifestyle. You know that there are people who they wear original shadows and clothing designers and all, and they are on Instagram, they are on the social media apps and showing them flaunting their original wares and designers. But these people most of the time rent these designers and these clothings and come and live fake lives on Instagram or on TikTok or wherever, Snapchat or wherever they find themselves on those social media apps. But he's saying that even if you wear fakes, he wear banku shirt as fake clothing. He has a real lifestyle. Yes.
To date my hustle and get off the chase clouds. Me, I'm making room around this waves like a bitch house. It's only originals. This is Nick Clouds, but even if I wear fake, I have a real lifestyle. To date my hustle and get money, get success to marry me. Life is a bitch and she and death. I into friends with benefits. That's fire, walk on it in my benefits. Ironically, your life is a stake when you call for.
Said ironically, your life is at stake when you call for beef. And many people miss this part too. Now, steak is made with beef. So your life is at stake when you call for beef. So that's first one. Steak made with beef. And then he also says that your life is at stake. It means that your life is in danger when you call for beef with him. So you come at him, you want to beef him. Your life is at stake. When you come at him, you want to beef him. It means your life is in danger. So one, using beef as the beef that is used to make steak, and then your life being in danger when you come to him to, you know, beef.
Ironically, your life is a stake when you call for beef. I turn gold and haters turn to grass. Got them. Who's the one I said I like a Roman?
It says, I turn goat and haters turn to grass cutter. Who's the one? I said I like a Roman number. So, we use goats, the greatest of all times, for people who are so good, people who are very, very good at something they do, be it football or anything. So, just like football, we say that Messi is the greatest of all time. Other people say it's Ronaldo and all that. So that's good. So when it comes to rap, he says that he turned good, he becomes the greatest of all time, and haters become grass cutter. And they ask, who is the one? And he said, I, like the Roman numeral, Roman numeral I stand for one, I stand for two. He said, I, like the Roman number.
A wild brother, they say you are what you eat, so I'm at the table serving my flesh and blood like the Last Supper. Very dedicated, resume never animated. I'm cut from a different cloth, your fabrics were fabricated. We reach the guess, never mistake us. The project never get rejected. All of my statements were restated. Do something if you related. Rap style on fuckable it. I'm the man of my. If you related, rap style on fuckable it. I'm the man of my skills.
He says, rap style unfuckable. I'm the nun of my skill. Now, nuns are Roman sisters. A nun is a Roman sister. Roman sisters are usually virgins. To become a nun, one of the requirements is that you have to become a virgin. So, in a sense, Roman sisters are not fuckable. They've not been fucked before, they are not fuckable. And he says that I'm the nun, I'm the Roman sister of my skills, my skill set, my rapping skill, and how I do my things. I'm the nun of my skills. Are you getting it? No one is like me. So instead of just saying that I'm one in a million or I'm unique in my way and no one can be like me, he says I'm the nun of my skill. I'm like a Roman sister of my skill. And my rap style is unfuckable. You cannot rap like me because you can't fuck a nun. You can't. So if I'm the nun of my skill, you can't be like me. I'm just one original virgin of my skill.
They never say nothing this hard. Get these nuts off my skills. My father taught me to make merry more than the Catholics. And now even Roman sisters don't have none of my skills. I'm this high. If you related, rap style on fuckable it. I'm the nun of my skills. They never say nothing this hard. Get these nuts off my skills. My father taught me to make merry more than the Catholics. And now even if you related, rap style on fuckable it. I'm the nun of my skills. They never say nothing this hard. Get these nuts off my.
They never say nothing is hard. Get this nun of my skills. I mean, yes, you cannot easily get. I'm not really getting that part, but let's go.
My father taught me to make merry more than the Catholics, and now even Roman sisters don't have none of my skills.
My father taught me to make merry more than the Catholic. You know, the Catholic, they always have a statue of Mary down there, up there. I don't know why, but they have a statue of Mary. They are worshiping Mary or whatever. But I said, my father taught me to make merry more than a Catholic. If we are to talk about any people who kind of pay homage or who pay reverence to Mary, then it's a Catholic. He says that my father taught me to make merry. Now, merry here means to be happy, or yes, to be happy or something. But I said to make merry, and then again to make merry more than the Catholic. And because he makes merry more than the Catholic, the Roman sisters have none of his skills. Again, Roman sister is a nun. And those nun who are supposed to be the Roman sisters, they have none of his skills.
I'm this high and they think I'm the one to be pissed, so I'm urinating from cloud 9. I'm making rain gold, getting bands. But please hate to step aside, we acting porn over here. I mean, I deal with only
Hey, who says that? Now, lyrical joke. Okay, now he says I deal with OnlyFans. He said no. He says I'm making porn over here. I deal with OnlyFans. I'm making porn over here. I'm dealing with OnlyFans. Now, there's a porn site called OnlyFans. So if he says I deal with OnlyFans here, I'm making porn over here. I deal with OnlyFans. Who does that? I mean, who even sits down to write this kind of lyrics? And instead of saying that I deal with only my fans, he had to relate it to porn and OnlyFans. And OnlyFans being a site or a porn, yes, it's a porn site. Don't even ask me how I know this, but I know OnlyFans is a porn site or something.
Dear life, I've been through the ring. That's a dear life, dear life. Some say you are a bitch, is it right? If I wife you or you prefer a stand of one night, fuck personal accountant, my personality counts right. But dear life, is this dear life, dear to dear life? When the things dear to your life will take your dear life. Do you have any siblings that goes around and comes around? If yes, then karma is your twin sister.
Yeah, so now he's comparing life to karma. He's saying that if life um, um, as we say, life is what you make it, and what goes around comes around in life. Life goes around and always comes around. And we say that when something goes around and comes around, then it's karma. If you're saying that if the things dear to your life will take your life and life goes around and comes around, then life has something to do with karma. Then karma is a twin sister of life.
Dear life, fuck out of here. This is not for the mind of the dumb. Wisdom is crying here.
This is not for the mind of the dumb. Wisdom is crying here. If you have to break down these lyrics, you have to know that this is not for the mind of the dumb. Wisdom is crying here. Wisdom is crying here. Yes. This is not for the mind of the dumb. You have to be able to think before you do this.
This is how King Solomon's. We overthink even with the ladies before we bone. It's head fast like they're coming out of a newborn.
We overthink with the ladies before we bone. It means that before you even have sex with the lady, you are overthinking. Because they said this is not for the mind of the dumb. It's head first. This is for the wise. It's head first. So even before you born with the lady, you're overthinking it. So it's like they're coming out of the newborn because we are giving birth, the baby comes with the head first.
I'm constipation to the dumb. Wisdom is crying here. This is how King Solomon's. We overthink even with the ladies before we bone. It's head fast like they're coming out of a newborn. I'm constipation to constipation that I don't give a shit to. I don't give a
I'm constipating to constipation. Constipation is when your stomach is kind of blocked and you can't go you can't go to the washroom or the toilet to ease your balls. And so we say you have constipation and say I'm constipating to constipation. Now, constipation is when you can't go to the toilet and ease yourself. And said I'm constipating to that action of constipation. And let's go back. The record. The people said, "Take."
coming out of a newborn. I'm constipation to constipation that I don't give a shit to. I don't give a shit kind of person.
I don't give a shit to that. I don't give a shit kind of person. Like he said earlier, I'm constipating to constipation. Constipation is the act of not going to toilet to ease yourself. And I'm constipating to the act of not going to the toilet to ease myself. So I don't give a shit to that. I don't give a shit that I don't give a shit to kind of guy.
And my burden carry giving with the ladies before we bone. It's head fast like they're coming out of a newborn. I'm constipation to constipation that I don't give a shit to. I don't give a shit kind of person. My burden carry me. That's when my burden carried a
My burden carried me. That's when my burden carried a burden. Now, one thing about Lyrical Joy is that he is one person who uses one word several times, multiple times to make meaning. So he started with constipation. In fact, he started with the noun, and then he came to the constipation. Now he's using the burden. When that's when my burden carries the burden. Try to think if you have a burden.
person. My burden carry me. That's when my burden carried a burden. Life is a cage that everybody will have a burden. Try sleep if you have a bed in. L, you go too hard, you gotta dumb it down. Nah, I'd rather suggest you dumb is dumb, your dumbness down. Being like an American rapper since they gave the kid ink, but Africa runs in my blood.
Being like American rapper since they gave the Kid Ink. So there's an American rapper called Kid Ink. Eh? Okay. And then another thing again, when they say you've been given the ink, it could also mean that you've been given the go ahead or the go ahead to do something. But then Africa still runs in its veins.
That's my STD now. I bought time many times with time, and the receipt is time. In this time we meet, and meet back west is still time. I put
Let's go back.
still time. I put my lines online to put your many times with time, and the receipt is time. Many times with time, and the receipt dumbness down. Being like an American rapper since they gave the kid ink, but Africa runs in my blood. That's my STD now. I bought time many times with time, and the receipt
About time, anytime with time.
is time.
And the receipt is time.
In this time we
In
emit,
this time we emit. Emit, E-M-I-T. Emit.
and meet back west is still time.
Emit backwards is still time. Because if you are spelling time backwards, T-I-M-E. If you are spelling that backwards, then it is emit. M-E-M-I-T.
I put my lines online to put your lines in line. But if my lines are lined, then there is line in line. I put the dealers on the deal like putting sounds of Bob on Mali. If you ever needed patience, this is Nas and Damian
So Nas and Damian Marley has a song called Patience.
Mali. Right now I'm in God body, nobody touching this body. I came in a spirit form, you know God cannot be body. Over the years we've been fruitful and the fruits are ripe. But you won't climb this family tree if you're scared of height.
Okay, so I realized that it's almost 30 minutes now. So I guess we have to pause and then call this a part one of this breakdown. We'll continue. Next, I don't want it to be so long because of the editing.